Hello Americans, another friend subscribers around the world, back again. Anyway, we really wanted to go mushroom hunting this morning, but then I got a knife order I got to finish up. This kitty's in there packing packages. Man, we know the morels are just popping, man. It is, holy smokes, nice out here. It's supposed to get up to 78 today. This camera, man, looks like it's pointing down here. A little bit. Anyway, so, so we're wanting to go mushroom hunting, but you know how you get those, them dang chores that, you know, just gnaw at you, and every time I walk into the cookhouse in here, my trees that should have in the ground already, I mean, they are leaping out like insanely crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get them things planted. I'm going to plant a couple of trees today, and then I got to work on the knife order, and then tomorrow, of course, is be treasure hunting tomorrow, yard sales. Tomorrow on Saturday. That's our God. And then I don't know how much mushroom hunting I'll get in. And now that the mushrooms and stuff are all starting to pop and the word's out and all that, cause like I said in one of the last videos is that I'd heard smoke over there, but I'd heard they were popping over there in the burned area and over by Loman, above Idaho City over there, you know, and then my videos and other videos and word of mouth. You know, it's out that they're popping, so I know with this weather supposed to be as nice as it is this weekend, that it's about time that we start getting invaded by the flatlanders. So I always like to go into my patch areas and clean them up, pick up, you know, pick as many of them as I can before the flatlanders and stuff get up there and pick off my dang mushrooms. Which there's plenty for everybody, but I haven't got my supply stocked up yet, so I'm more concerned about getting my my own supply of morels put up before anything else. You know, we haven't. It's been a long time since we, well, a couple of years anyway, since we've sold any mushrooms. But and 2 years ago we could have, you know, actually sent a few people a little bit, and Bob and John Wells and stuff sent them a little bit and gave some away and stuff like that, because we had a good abundance. But then last year we actually had our supply put up, and the jars we were using, they went bad. So we were out for quite a while. So man, I'm definitely getting my supply up. I don't know if I'll really sell any. So that's one of the reasons, you know, if I ain't, I gotta keep the jingle in my jangle, so I've got to keep money rolling in. So I actually just created a big 50% off sale on our eBay store, so you can go check that out, man. 50% off bunch of stuff, and then get that rolling and all that. Once I start getting a little cha-chinging and get this knife set done, because that's starting to weigh on me too. My dang trees planted. Man, so let's get back to what I'm doing right now instead of rambling on. Right now, what's up, Kai? What you doing, baby? What I'm doing right now is I'm clearing this area And so our thinking, so right now, and we're going to pick up some more, is, you know, I'm trying from basically from here on into the cabin is I'm creating I want to create a food forest. You know, and with our pine, I got a lot of pine trees and stuff in there too, but right here, as soon as I get back to building on this, which that's coming, there'll be a lot of videos on that very soon. You know, get this plastic tore down and start framing this in. But this front section right here is the bathhouse part. Then it's going to be like a greenhouse part. Well, when the summer sun is along the creek, you know, because we're right on the edge of our creek, so we're just out here out of the tree line. And man, in the summertime, man, it just barrels down here until about 2, you know, and then the cottonwoods will throw their shade here somewhat. But what we want is I'm going to build a twig or lodgepole twig mix trellis thing over this, and then we want to grow hops like we grow on our cabin. And the hops are cool because they'll vein up, or, you know, vine up and cover the canopy during the hot season, and then at the end of the season the hops die and you cut them back and then they come back again the next year. So we just think hops would be a great thing because by the time that they fill in and cover an area, you know, it'll be the hottest part of the season, and then you take, you know, cut them down and stuff like that, which will open it up back up so that the sun can get on the greenhouse thing more in the winter, and we can use the heat in the cookhouse cabin area in here. What we're doing. So that's our plan. And then one of the things too for the shade and the fruit trees is because basically from here, and then eventually I'll probably want to go this way some. And now I've switched around where I'm going to put that. I've got to get on my dang blacksmith shop, but no, we won't go into that. I could change 13 more times. So right now, I'm going to plant. We've got the prune tree and a cherry tree, and we're going to take. I think Miss Kitty, I got to check, make sure which one. You know, let her decide where she wants what. I got to keep Mama happy. And I think she wants the prune tree here, and we're thinking like the corner here, because I'm going to do this crazy. I'll show you what I'm going to do on this. You know, I love my whimsical, and the thing that I'm doing over this window to kind of shade it. I'm going to do this crazy. This is actually going to come down kind of like this. And then there'll be, I think it's that one. I think that was my plan. Yeah, and then I'm going to have this basically in the center where the thing is here. This is going to come down, and it's going to go down there just above the ground. And then I'm going to do shake over the top of this. And this thing will look like it's just poured over. So it's going to come down and pour over this window. So it'll kind of shade it and stuff like that. And then this whole, you see my shake here. I got to start getting back on that and get it. So I think that'll be pretty cool. But what it's going to do is, so that this will be up like this. I love this one. And this piece is going to have something. I can't remember exactly how I was going to do it, but anyway, get the general idea of it. And so I'm going to do that. So that'll have, you know, kind of this little whimsical window cover over this window. And then off of these, I'm going to do another kind of a trellis open cover for a little shaded area. If you want to have us a little sit place here, we can just sit and stare at our mountains. And I'm going to build some other crazy little thing here. And then we're going to plant that prune tree right about here, basically on the corner, just out of the corner. If you brought these two together, plant it here, and a prune tree. They're smaller, but they kind of bush, you know, these prunes. I think they're Russian prunes or something. Anyway, but it's a smaller little tree bush type. And then the cherry tree, I'm gonna plant it up over there. I'm going to, first of all, go verify with Miss Kitty that that's where she wants that. True, man, look at that. There's some good fishing worms there. Ooh, doggy. Never mind. Never mind about that. I ain't planting nothing. I'm going fishing. Just found me some nice night crawlers, man. Look at that, man. Nothing like the worms on the homestead. Actually, I better not go fishing, so I'm just going to go throw these over here in the bed over here. I need to give me one of those. I have the electric prods. I need to give me one of those rattlesticks like old worm getter has. I used to have one. I sold it down too. Alright, so I think I'm going to cut this off and go check this next kitty and start digging this hole. And the thing about digging right here is, I've talked about it before, is, you know, they brought in a base because this was actually a wetland, and they brought in this rock base. So the old trusty, it's diggable because I've done it, but the old trusty pick and the shovel, it takes a lot of oomph, and then because which is great drainage for the trees and stuff, but the one thing is I have to dig the hole bigger than what you normally would, and fill it in with dirt. And then the dirt that I'm going to fill the tree in with, I'm going to go start digging that ditch that I talked about in past videos across the, to help the drainage for next spring and the next flood time. So we're going to start digging that trench across there, and that's where I'm going to get the fill dirt for this. And then I'm going to do, which I'll have a video on them too, because I'm going to do the garden beds, and then I want to try one of the, I need to get on it because I should already have them planted, but Doug and Stacy did I told them I used to use tires, for potatoes, and stack up the tires till, this was in our early 20s and stuff, until we figured out that, the toxins and oils off of the tires weren't good. But man, it was awesome, man. We had these stacks of tires. They're about like this, and you'd plant potatoes here, and then you'd just start building them up. And by the time the potatoes were done, man, when you went and wanted some potatoes, you could just grab one of those piles or tires, shake it like this, pull it off, and lo and behold, man, there's all your potatoes. Pick your potatoes, and then you wait for a while until you need it, because I mean, it was a pretty good clump of potatoes, and then you could just do that all the way down, and you could go through the whole season. It was just awesome. It was an awesome thing, other than you shouldn't use railroad ties, and you shouldn't use tires for gardening and stuff you're eating, because there is oils, and you will be consuming the oils that are in that we learned later on. But Doug and Stacy just built on their video, mine's going to be a little different, but man, they built one, nice above, and they'll just keep building them up. So basically the same principal idea, other than you just have to dig your potatoes out, man. Amazing. So I'm going to try to get one of those built over here too, so we'll probably do that on video. That's about it, man. So I'm going to go make sure that exactly right here is where Miss Kitty wants that. And then I'm going to start digging, and I'll either put the trees as I plant them on here, or I'll just do that as a different video. We'll see. And if not, good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, we'll be back again tomorrow.